We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the New York Giants. Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. In motion right, that's Metcalf. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
They run with a second-year man. It's Kenneth Walker. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Second down and 8. Throwing is Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Metcalf with the first down, still without a doubt, one of the toughest assignments in the NFL with his size and speed. 1,000-yard season for him and an absolute nightmare for any corner who matches up with him.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You talk about this Giant defense. They enter play one from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases.
Check 58. Mike 19. I'm coming for you.
Now Geno. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Mike 19.
Rager, the man in motion. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 41. Now to the ground, here's Walker. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
In motion right, that's Metcalf. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the NFC's leading rusher a season ago. Here's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. You talk about this Seahawk defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
And Saquon going to have a Giants 1st down as the tackle made up near the 35.
I got you. I got you.
Throwing Jones. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
New York Giants. New York Giants. Switch.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
In motion, the tight end. After the interception, here's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Walker not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. It's a party now. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Throwing now is Geno. Buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Walker. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the second quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start as they get the completion there for good yardage and a first down.
Half 18, half 18. 21. New York jumbo X. Hey, watch the slant. Hey, go.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The Giants at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
And this one is incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll look downfield for Waller. And they get Jones for the third time in this ballgame. And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Mike 19, Mike 19. So we got man. Mike 19, Mike 19. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Snowball. Team, Mike 19. All day, punk.
Geno out of throw.
Rip right.
Steps away to his left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
29 is the mic.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Uchenna Nwosu. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. I mean, 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn. Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Let's go. Mike, alert. Mike 19. Panther 11. Team, Mike 19.
2nd and 10, Smith again.
Here we go again.
Dancing to his left. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there. They were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, There's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Rager, the man in motion.
Mike 29. Here's the clip. You better bring it. 29 is the Mike 29. What's the run?
Smith. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to widen their advantage. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes our score 17-0.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Second down, here's Barkley again. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3rd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And now here is another interception. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
Mike 19, Mike 19. Let's go, D. Mike 19.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. And they'll send the tight end in motion. And Smith, and this throw brought in here by Mayer. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll try for the first with Walker. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And they'll run it here. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Gino on first down, escaping the pressure right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and he'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
He's got Smith and Jigba. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
That's the way you make it spin. That's the way you make it spin, baby. Mike 19, Mike 19. What's the curl? What's the Tuesday? Mike 19, Mike 19. Here we go. Mike 19. Cup 19. Mike 19, Mike 19.
Here's Smith. Being chased out left. Short throw to Disley. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it's 2nd down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
The tight end in motion right. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Out of the gun, Smith. To the right side, here's Mayer. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Smith. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. The slot man in motion right. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Mike 19. It's been a long day for you. Hey.
Now it's Smith off the bootleg. He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Seahawks are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the route is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. He's on his way. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick six, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Here's a diving catch right side. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Jalen Hyatt, 39 yards. And the Giants come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is down to 24. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Back to throw, Smith. And Walker has it. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Mike 29. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
From the gun, here's Smith. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand They've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Check, Mike 21, Mike 20. Cockroach. Defense, our time. This our time. Check 99, check 99.
In motion, Slayton. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to float this one deep right side. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Hyatt. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. From the 25, here's a 2nd down and 9.
No. Off. Tighten up.
And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now 2nd and 9.
Heavy on the edges. Check 3. Hey, here we go. Sunday. Hey, go flip her up. 70 Ranger. 29 is a Mike 29.
A shotgun snap for Smith.
You better be afraid of me.
Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Smith and Jigba in motion right.
Watch the run. Mike 19. 18 Rattler. Snowball. Team, Mike 19. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense.
Here's Smith. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, 75 yards. And the Seahawks add 6 to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and they open the lead up now to 25. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Prime time, baby.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think?
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this second half.
Here we go, hey. 6, New York Giant X. Huddle. Here we go, G. 56. Mike, 56, right there. Great. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. Buying time to his left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field.
Bama. Check. Go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll look downfield for Waller. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Darren Waller, 44 yards. And the Giants get a bit closer. Gano the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
In motion right, that's Metcalf.
Mike 29. Okay, double up.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. In your face. 13X. 29 is Mike.
Now Smith.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line.
Great. 56, the team, pioneer.
Off the play fake. Jones steps away to his left. Toward the pylon, caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into the... Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he's across for 2 points. Boy, a gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Give him 32 on the play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL EA Sports.
Four down. Mike 19, Mike 19. Watch the slats.
From the 50, it's Smith. Flushed out right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
It's just me and you. Mike 19,
They'll fake it. Now Smith. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Keep it up, guys. Mike 19, Mike. 7 Pirates.
To throw is Smith. Flush to his right. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
It already looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
29 is the Mike 58. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Buffalo 18.
To the air again, Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
What would look like a march to the end zone is in a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. I'm not ready. Start. Mustang 19. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Smith.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
Half 88. What's that? I'm coming for you, son. Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Ladybug. Go.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Campbell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll...
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Back to throw again. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. After the sack here, 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Second and 11 at the Seahawks 16-yard line.
Oh, now some trickery. They fake the spike.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
56 is the mic.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Eluding the pressure right. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here we go. Mike 19. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion.
Now a 2nd and 6.
And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Mike 19. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Mike 19. Mike 19. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Mike 19. Mike 19. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Look, Dash left.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Mike 19. Mike 19. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ours. Mike 19. Mike 19. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 19. Mike 19. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Smith going to throw it.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 33.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Jordan Brooks with it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Mike 19. Mike 19. And we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the...
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Mike 19. Mike 19. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. 13 next.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Mike 19. Mike 19. Let's go. Look. Mike 19. Mike 19.
Throwing now, Smith. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's...
Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm, but sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
Now they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long.
Throwing is Smith. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Dwayne Eskridge,
36 yards.
and the Seahawks look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak.
And it'll be intercepted.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Jalen Hyatt was the intended target.
And that'll bring up second down. Now Jones. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.